Hello, welcome to the 199 Unlisted podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, wearing clothes. I'm wearing a Chaeyoung, whatever, t-shirt. She's in Twice. She's a vocalist. She's a rapper. She's a visual. She's an ace. Anyway, it's just another random Korean chick. And in the background, it's just some random Japanese girl, woman, whatever, cis female, non-binary, working out because I have nothing else to play. But anyway, today is St. Patrick's Day. Normally this is my holiday, but it's also amateur night. St. Patrick's Day. Now, I don't go out in general, but St. Patrick's Day is the one day I avoid going out. And I'm trying to think of the last time I went out on St. Patrick's Day, and I don't remember. I'm trying to think. I mean, it's been a long time. It was the last time I went out on St. Patrick's Day. I went out with a girl named, I forgot her name, so it doesn't matter. A girl named Laura. A hot blonde chick with a boyfriend, but we would drink and sleep together. Yeah, that's weird. I know. Actually, no, it's not. That's very common. If you have a girlfriend and she goes out drinking with a male friend, she's cheating on you. But I remember the last time I went on St. Patrick's Day. I'm pretty sure all this happened in one night. Me and her went to a bar, and Pitbull was there. So that's how long ago it was. Because I haven't heard of Pitbull in forever. Like I don't even know if Pitbull still puts out music, but like this was like back when Pitbull had his first album, I guess. Like so he wasn't famous, but like if you knew or listened to that type of music, you knew who Pitbull was. So like I didn't know like who he was, but like at the bar I was at, there were people there going, Pitbull's going to be here. I'm like, I don't know, like everyone's like, I don't know who you're talking about. It was like these two. I remember it was like two girls who knew who Pitbull was, and they knew Pitbull was going to come to this bar. And so let's just say I'm standing in a circle of like six people, and like no one heard of him. So he's not famous, okay? But once again, if you listen to that kind of music, I guess you do know who he is. But anyway, and I remember Pitbull showed up with like two girls. They were obviously escorts, because he was a nobody. So or maybe they were groupies, but they were just clinging to him, and he's walking around drinking the $10 cup of green beer. Me and my friends were drinking vodka that we snuck in because we're cool. And if I remember correctly, that was, yeah, okay. If I remember correctly, the girl I was with, she's an attention whore, and so like she's like, "Hey Frank, we're gonna go." I'm sorry, or like she wants to go. She lives like a block away. And so I was just gonna kind of make sure she gets home okay, because it's like a block away. I'm not like, I don't know what the plans are. I just know she needs me to escort her home. And so she goes, "Let's go." And so I'm like, "Okay, let's go." But she's literally taking 20 minutes to say goodbye to everyone. And after like 15 minutes, when I realized, hey, it's been like 15 minutes, I'm like, can we go? And then this guy was like, "Hey, don't yell in my face." And like I turn around and I don't see anyone, and I'm not trying to be funny, and I look down and it's Pitbull. Like apparently he's really short. I'm 5'10", so unless it was not really Pitbull, this guy had to be, I don't know, like really short. Let me look up Pitbull's height because it might not have been Pitbull, but like everyone was saying it was Pitbull because this guy was really short. He was really short, but like I'm gonna look up Pitbull's height. Yeah, I was about to say he's 5'4". Yeah, okay. Wait. Let me make sure that's the right Pitbull. Okay, it says he's 5'9", but I was a lot taller than him. Pitbull's like 5'7", 5'6". He's not 5'9". I googled it. It says he's 5'9", but there's no way he's 5'9". Anyway, I look down, and it's Pitbull, and like the two girls are taller than him because like the girls are wearing heels, and I look at him, and it's just this bald, skinny Mexican guy, and I just start laughing. I'm like, like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, tough guy, and my manhood was not you know disgraced. My ego wasn't bruised or anything. It was just some short little Mexican guy with two escorts on his arm yelling at me to not yell in his face, and in my mind I'm just laughing because like, well, I'm taller than you, so I'm not in your face. I wasn't even yelling in your direction, and so I laugh, and then I just ignore him, and I go, Laura, where are you? I just go like move. I don't tell him anything. I just laugh, and then I do what I was doing. I like yell her name again, like, where are you? And he like walks away. But it was just like it was like, it felt like a 6-year-old threatening me, and like, it's not even a flex. Laughing in his face means nothing. I just thought it was funny because I'm like, I'm not even yelling in your face. I was just like, and then he could have been trolling because I didn't feel any threatening energy, even though he looked, because like it's dark. He's wearing sunglasses, like he's wearing a suit at an Irish bar. Everyone else is dressed normal, or or wearing like funny hats, because it's St. Patrick's Day. Anyway, it was just really funny, and once again, no one knew who Pitbull was except for two girls at the bar who knew he was going to be there. He was a nobody unless you were into that kind of music. So anyway, walk. I forgot if we walked or drove, but she lived like a block away. So like we get her home, and then I go back to the bar. Because reasons. Anyway, I go back to the bar, and I remember the bouncer there. Now this bar usually doesn't have a bouncer, but it's more just for a show, because the owner of the bar had a softball team, and this really big guy was on the team, and he was like, hey, you want to be the bouncer? Anyway, I went to high school with him. So like, I know the guy. I'm not gonna say his name just because he passed away. And anyway, um, so like, I go to the back of the bar, and like, we're hanging out with people. Names don't matter. And there's a couple, and there's some drama, and it's like this couple, but they're not really a couple. It's like ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, but they get back together every now and then. So like, they're like having this fight. The girl like breaks up with him again and clings on to this new guy. I don't know the relationship. I don't know if they just met, whatever. Anyway, so the girl is now with this new guy. The old boyfriend leaves. Okay. So anyway, so I'm hanging out in the back, and I'm with six girls. Not like Pitbull. I'm just like with six girls. We're talking. I'm friends with one of them, and then an acquaintance with another one, and the other four are in the group. Okay, so anyway, talking, having fun. Anyway, so the now ex boyfriend, who I guess got dumped, now comes back, and he came running back, and like they had to extend the back of the bar, so they fenced off the back so people wouldn't park their cars. So it's just like a little fence that's like like waist height. It's just so people know like you can't park here, and like it's full of people. Okay. He comes with a baseball bat, jumps over the fence because it's just if you've run track and field, it's like a hurdle. It's nothing impressive. Jumps over the fence. He has a baseball bat. He just starts swinging. just He's hitting people. He's not hitting the person who stole his ex girlfriend or the girl because he's drunk. He's like missing. Oh, the video's over. Let's go watch another video of girls working out. Okay, let's. I just need background stuff. No, that's not long enough. That's what she said. Let's take a long video. Don't worry, I'm not gonna forget the story. So anyway, like he's literally just swinging, hitting everyone, but he's trying to hit either the new boyfriend or the ex girlfriend. I don't know which one he's trying to hit, but he's trying to hit one of them, swinging, and I'm just laughing. I just don't I'm just like this is ridiculous because he's really like everyone's really drunk, but he's really drunk. So he's not even holding the baseball bat. Like he's holding the baseball bat like in the middle. So he you get the picture. So he's just swinging the baseball bat. Okay. The girls I'm with, of course, they're scared. And the girl I know, oh god, Courtney. And so I grab Courtney, and like we're in the fence off area. So like cattle, I'm like, all of you going to the corner. And so all the five girls, they go into the corner of the fence, and then I was holding Courtney just because Courtney's hot, and it was an excuse to hold her. And then I let her go, and then like I just kind of like put my arms out like that, and all the six girls are in the corner huddled, and I'm looking over, and I'm just laughing because this guy's like swinging a bat, and then my friend who's the bouncer, he's like, if if I'm 5'10", I mean he's like 6'4", like offensive lineman because he played football in high school. He's like 6'4", offensive lineman shape, just like a big sturdy guy, Samoan. Uh, and I forgot the name. I forgot what I called him. I had a name for him. I mean, I didn't call him by his own name. Anyway, I'm just gonna say Johnny. And so I look, and I see Johnny walking up. I'm like no. I'm like, and I see John. He's running up, but I'm like, Johnny, I got this. So basically, I got the six girls in front of me. I'm holding my arms out just so in case if the guy swings the bat, it hits me and not the girls. And I turn around, and I see Johnny running up, going for the guy. And the first thing Johnny does is look at me because we know each other. He looks at me and he sees what I'm doing. I'm like, Johnny, I got this. And he starts laughing like he as there's this drunk guy swinging a baseball bat, and then the two people he's after are like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And everyone else is just screaming, stumbling, just trying to get out the way. And so when Johnny gets within distance of the drunk, baseball bat waving guy, I turn around and like the guy's just really drunk. It's like I don't feel any danger, and I think I can assess it pretty good because he's a drunk person swinging a baseball bat and he's holding the bat in the middle, stumbling, slurring. Like he doesn't know what he's doing, and so then Johnny like is like reaching for the guy, but I'm closer to the guy, so like I like grab the guy. I'm like, Johnny, I got this. So he is laughing his ass off. Now, literally the only thing I'm doing is just lightly holding the guy because Johnny has him like in this death grip, whatever. And so I'm like, and then I turn back around to the girls. I'm like, see, and Johnny keeps going in between trying to have a tough like bouncer face, but it keeps going to laughing his ass off. And so like and so I grab the bat, which was very easy to get, it was nothing impressive. And I'm like, this is a wiffle ball bat. And everyone just starts laughing. I'm like, what are you doing with the wiffle ball bat? I mean, it was a real baseball bat, but I said it was a wiffle ball bat, and just like people are just laughing now. Like they went from being scared to just going, "What the hell is going on?" And like, and I'm not kidding. Johnny picks the guy up and throws him over the fence. He goes, "Get the fuck out of here!" It was so funny, and even with all of his swinging the bat in the weird way. Like no one got hurt. Because even if he did hit someone, he's holding it in the middle and he's drunk. He's stumbling. Like so. But yeah, and so and then when the guy like got tossed over the fence and like stumbled away. And I'm like, thanks for your help, Johnny. And I like pat him on the back, and he's just everyone was like, does he know, like, because like no one knew that I knew him, so they're like, this guy, they're like, what's wrong with you anyway. And then to the six girls, I was like, yeah, I know him. They're like, oh, okay, anyway. So the night goes back to normal. Everyone is having a great time, and that whole thing that happened, it felt like it lasted a long time. It only lasted like, I want to say like 10 seconds. Like I mean, it felt like minutes, but it was just like 10 seconds. Okay. Anyway, the night continues. Everyone's having fun, and so the next day, okay, yeah, everyone gets home. Nothing happened, but the next day, in the newspaper, like in the local newspaper, the rest of the story pans out where the ex-girlfriend was driving and saw the ex-boyfriend like walking home and hit him with her car. And so she got arrested, of course. Like the guy lived, but she literally hit him on purpose, like with her car. And so after I read that the next morning, uh, and the reason, and I never read the local paper, but because he came with the baseball bat, I'm like, I wonder if that made the paper, just random. And I was like, you know what? I'm never going out on St. Patrick's Day again. Like this is amateur night. This is like literally amateur night, and it gets called amateur night, but like, you know, you never experience it. And so I literally experienced amateur night. So yeah, so like that's why I'm home, you know, trying to find another video that's relatively long. I think we just watched that one. I did see something in the background that's not Billie Eilish because I got my video taken down because I made fun of Billie Eilish, so like I don't wanna go through that again. But anyway. So yeah, and then like but like I'll go out other days, but like New Year's, definitely I don't go out for sure because like New Year's is worse than St. Patrick's Day, but I don't have any weird New Year's stories though. Nothing like that where you got a guy swinging a baseball bat and ex girlfriends bringing the guy over at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like I don't have any of those incidences on New Year's, but it's like St. Patrick's Day, man. Like that night had enough drama for me that I I just pretend that day doesn't exist, and I just pretend it's a national holiday, and I have to stay home, you know. But anyway, uh, I've said enough. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace.